So men's C mile away, running you through the field from Knox Athletics, David Friend, from Glen Huntly, Ben Kelly, from Frankston, Sean Whipp, from Collingwood Harriers, Dale Carroll, from Keele St Bernard's, Patrick Matthews, from Frankston, Scott Vance, from Box Hill, Tom Snibson, from Doncaster, John Portwood, an international competitor in Nick Jamnick, from Brunswick, Angus Norman, from Glen Huntly, Jasper Pickering, from Mentone, Michael Kernahan, also from Glen Huntly, Jack Bullock, from Knox Athletics, Will Collins, and Indiana Cooper from Western Athletics rounds out the field. Also out there in front, Harry Smithers, who's doing pacemaking duties. So he's led through 200 as we see the field starting to string itself out nicely into single file. And as they come through the first 409 metres, we'll get a bit of a better idea as to how they're placed. But it looks like the runner from Collingwood, Dale Carroll, who holds the lead proper, tucking in behind Smithers. David Friend, Ben Kelly, Jamnick, and then the runner from Box Hill in Tom Snibson rounding out that lead group. Scott Vance from Frankston leading the chasing pack. As we see, gap of about 5 to 10 metres starting to open up now. So already a clear lead group as they come through and approach the 600 metre mark. Still it's Smithers out in front. And just a little bit of movement in that chasing group. Kernahan, the runner from Mentone, making a move to the front of that group. Jack Bullock from Glen Huntly going with him. They're just trying to bridge that gap back to the leaders. And doing a pretty good job of it too, by the looks of things. That gap just starting to close a fraction down the back straight there. But we may be seeing our leaders start to stretch out a little bit once again as they come through in 2:12. Smithers is still out in front, although he's content to step off the track now. So it's David Friend from Knox who moves into the lead. Jamnick, the international competitor, going with him. So too Kelly. And Dale Carroll just trying to hold his position on the rail there as we see a little bit of a gap start to open up back to Snibson, the runner in 5th. Kernahan is still leading the chase group. Scott Vance has responded. He was leading that group around through the first lap. And his teammate, a fellow Frankston runner in Sean Whipp, the next placed runner. So a little bit of a fracture in that chase group as we see them trying to reel in that gap back to the leaders who are still pretty tightly bunched. But we may start to see the wind-up out at the front of the field here. Jamnick content to move into the lead and try to wind things up now. Although Kelly goes past his outside. Friend from Knox trying to respond. 3:18 on the clock. So Kelly looking strong out in front as he collects the bell. So too Friend, and Jamnick all of a sudden with a bit of work to do to hang on. Carroll and Snibson really have their work cut out for them in 4th and 5th. Kernahan still looking pretty strong in 6th place, but just hasn't been able to reel in that gap as we see a big move from Sean Whipp on the outside now. Scott Vance trying to go with him, just up onto the shoulder of Kernahan. Back to the front of the field. 200 metres to run now for Kelly. He's still looking strong. If anything, he looks like he might be starting to stretch out even further from Friend, who himself has a big gap, rather, back to the rest of the chasers in Jamnick and beyond. But Kelly is straightening up for the final time now, still looking really strong. He's going to take a pretty comfortable win in the end, Ben Kelly. So, strong running from the Glen Huntly athlete. 4:20 on the clock as he comes through to take out the C race. David Friend from Knox takes 3rd, and Jamnick working hard to hang on for 3rd ahead of Dale Carroll. But well done to Ben Kelly, takes out the men's C mile.